Are you looking for a USI Tech update as of January 24, 2018? I'll have it coming up for you right after this. What's up, future Bitcoin millionaires? I hope you're having a fantastic day, and let's just jump into it. So since I did my story last night, my update, there has been a new development within USI Tech, and they have released a new statement in the dashboard, and I wanted to take the time to read that statement to you today, give you my thoughts and opinions on it, and then I would like to know what your thoughts and opinions are on it, okay? So if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. If you like what I'm doing here, hit that like button, and let's go into the statement and see what it's all about. So let me go ahead and read this statement to you and let you see what it's all about here, and then we'll discuss it a little bit and then further the discussion down in the comments. Okay, so as you can see here, this statement was released as of today, just a few minutes ago. So today is January the 24th, and this says important news from USI Tech Horst Jika, or however you say his name. Dear customers and business partners, the USI Tech corporate team is constantly working on continued sustainability and success of the company, and we are delighted to formally announce that we are re-entering the North America, USA, and Canada market and with immediate effect. USI Tech customers in these jurisdictions will now be able to buy BTC packages and continue to enjoy the benefits of our product. We are also working closely with our corporate lawyers to look at ways of resuming commission payments and continuing the referral commission for our partners in North America. In the meantime, new customers can be recruited in North America, but provisionally, no commissions will be paid until a suitable and compliant solution can be found. The following applies to all sales partners. The rebuy commission is currently adjusted so that USI Tech can rebuild reserves and to avoid any further manipulation of our compensation plan whilst we complete our extensive audit. The company's investments are strategically placed for medium and long-term returns, giving the companies a sustainable platform to operate from in order to fulfill our claim of being a lending company in the crypto space. Please note that commissions for the rebuy packages have been discontinued for the reasons already stated. And it is important for the company to stress that commissions on rebuy packages are not accumulated for further distribution. However, it is the company's intention to resume commissions on the rebuy packages once it has completed its audit and it is safe to do so. This situation arose due to a system error that remained undiscovered for only a few days. Unfortunately, it was possible for some sales partners worldwide, especially in North America, to professionally manipulate the USI Tech payout system. Funds in the 3-digit million range were unjustifiably withdrawn. So they're saying like $100 million or more. We are seeking legal advice to what action to take under criminal procedures to bring the perpetrators to justice, as the damage they caused could have had severe commercial ramifications had USI Tech not had the financial strength to recover. We have been humbled by the commitment of many USI Tech top leaders who have worked closely with us to help stabilize USI Tech reserves, which will also help us achieve the fulfillment of our mining contracts. With the fulfillment of these contracts, we will embed further stability to our company, and by May, June 2018, USI Tech will actively boast an impressive 600 petahash of Bitcoin mining. We have already invested a great deal of capital in this market and will continue to do so. That will further de-risk our product for the safety of our partners and customers. This will also give USI Tech partners and customers a global lead in future technology and command the best strategic partners to ensure the most favorable commercial terms for our business, giving us greater margin and success, making us a market leader in the network marketing arena for us to enjoy and benefit from. The priority for USI Tech is the controlled payout of the BTC packages for all partners and customers. The second priority is the controlled payment of commissions, meaning there is no further manipulation of accounts. Transparency is important to USI Tech. USI Tech will never USI Tech has never had a problem in the USA and Canada. The authorities have been actively solely through misconduct, false statements, and unauthorized marketing activities of local distributors, which is detailed in the corresponding memorandum of our corporate lawyers below. The USI Tech corporate compliance team has been enhanced to ensure we stay compliant and to police any further manipulation of accounts with a strictly no tolerance policy. For you and for us, it is important to communicate faster and better with each other, and there will be soon an internationally valid and legally compliant presentation of the business opportunity, as well as a professionally managed corporate social media presence. None of your questions will remain unanswered, as USI Tech are committed to investing in exemplary communication, compliance, and customer support. We have always created a family atmosphere here at USI Tech, and we are strong together. Now is the time to go to work and build your USI Tech business. Together we will win and create a legacy for you and your family's future. Yours faithfully, Horst Jika. Okay, so after reading through the letter, there are a few things that I would like to discuss about it. Number one, they have given the ability for you to buy and rebuy packages back to you, and they have also restored your ability to go out and promote USI Tech. Okay, but everything in this letter is not good news, unfortunately, at least to me, because I have the ability to kind of read between the lines, and I know that there's several people out there watching right now that have that same ability, and maybe you picked up on a few things that I picked up on in the letter. So let's go into discussing those, and then I want to know your thoughts. I want to know your opinions on what you think about this letter, okay? So like I said, leave a comment down below, and let me know what your thoughts and opinions are. So let me jump into what I think about this letter, and let's break it down and go step by step, okay? All right, so let's just start at the beginning of this letter where it talks about them re-entering the North America, U.S., and Canadian market, and talking about where you can start promoting the business again, okay? So basically they're saying, hey, you can go out and promote the business again. You can bring us in some new customers, but hey, guess what? We're not going to pay you any commissions on them, so we're going to get all that commissions, and we're going to use it to replenish our reserves. And then they're saying that the rebuy commission is currently adjusted so that USI can rebuild their reserves and to avoid further manipulation of their compensation plan while they complete their extensive audit. Okay, so they don't give a timeline as to when this audit is going to be over with, when the audit's going to be complete. They're just saying, hey, go out and get us some customers, bring them in here so that we can replenish these reserves, because what happened was all of these people went out and created different accounts, multiple accounts, fake accounts, and they were able to steal $100 million plus from USI Tech, which for me is kind of hard to wrap my mind around, how someone could professionally go out and manipulate a system like that, and steal that much money with it going unnoticed for days at a time. I don't know how many days. They just said only a few days. So I'm not really sure how many accounts these people were able to set up and do this with. There's also no indication as to how many people were able to do this. So there's no way to really tell what is actually going on. I remember whenever I set up my USI Tech account, I had to verify it by taking a picture of my license, and I had to sign a piece of paper with the date on it. I had to upload a picture of my license front and back in order for my account to even be verified. So the level of sophistication to even pull something like this off is unimaginable to me. So if you have some way that somebody could have done this and it gone undetected for a few days at a time in order for these people to steal hundreds of millions of dollars from USI Tech, please let me know in the comments below. So another thing that kind of caught my eye as I was reading through this was the fact that they are turning the rebuy commissions off. So what that means is all of the people who recruited people into the USI Tech business, and I know people who personally recruited tens and thousands of people into this business, and so what they're saying is, hey, all that money that we used to pay out in commissions, we're going to keep it now, and we're going to use it to rebuild our reserves with. So thanks a lot for building our business for us, and now we get to keep all this money until we decide that the audit is over with, because they're not saying, hey, this might take a couple weeks, it might take a couple months, a couple years. They're not saying how long this extensive audit process is going to take. And another thing is this story even believable? I mean, that's what we're being told happened, but is that actually what happened? I mean, some people are so happy to go along with the narrative that they're fed every single day, and they never stop to use their own brains to think, hey, is this actually what happened, or did these people kind of screw around and maybe they got robbed, or maybe they just decided to pocket the money? Who knows what actually happened? This is just the story that they're telling us. I mean, there's an undisclosed number of people who apparently stole hundreds and millions of dollars over the course of a few days, and you're going to make everybody in the company suffer for that. I just don't see that as being fair to the people who built this business for you, the people that went out to their family and friends and told them all about it and got all their money tied up in this thing, that they're not going to be paid a commission, not even, hey, we're going to just keep rolling your commission, and we'll put it in an account for you, and then whenever we get this audit fixed, we'll release those commissions to you. It's just, hey, we're cutting off the rebuys, we're cutting off the rebuy commission, and you're not going to get anything for that. At least that's the way I'm reading it. I could be reading this totally wrong. If I am, please feel free to explain it to me in your way in the comments. But basically, it's just screwing over everybody who built this business for them, which if this was any other kind of business, you would hear about this all over the place, right? And it would be a huge deal. And I just can't see how people can be happy that they're getting screwed over, especially the people, like I said, who promoted this thing to tens and thousands of people and got them to buy these BTC packages, and they were depending on this income for a passive income that they could just go out and withdraw anytime they wanted to do stuff in their own life with. Now, like I said, I could be reading this all wrong, and maybe it says something that I don't think it says. But if I've messed up some way, I apologize. I'm not trying to totally blow this thing out of the water and totally blow it out of proportion in any way whatsoever. I'm just going off what I'm reading and trying to digest it as well as, discuss it with you. So moving on to the next topic in this letter here is the fulfillment of contracts about the Bitcoin mining, which most people have said is probably not even there. Well, I'm not going to say most people. I'm going to say there's a fair amount of people who think that USI Tech never has been mining Bitcoin, and if they are mining Bitcoin, then why can't they simply just open up our wallets and pay us out with the Bitcoin that they're mining every single day? Or maybe I just don't really understand how this all works. But the thing that really caught my eye was the end of this, which says all this great technology stuff is going to make us the leader in the network marketing arena. Okay, so why would a business that is technology driven focus on being a leader in the network marketing arena? Why shouldn't their main focus be on just the customers that are buying into the business, instead of, hey, let's just try to run this thing through as many times as possible until people figure out what's going on here and leave us broke again? Okay, so I just don't feel like USI Tech should be focusing on becoming a leader in the network marketing arena at this point. I know there's several people that agree with me on that If they just took away the affiliate option, it would solve a lot of these problems. But at the same time, they wouldn't be able to build their business off the backs of everyone else and build it up and then screw everybody over and keep their commissions. So I'm not mad about the commissions thing because as you can see, my commission balance is zero. I never recruited anybody. I got 3 people that I put in here just to see how the system works, but I never went out and actually actively recruited this USI Tech to anyone. So I'm not mad about the commission thing for myself. I'm mad about it for everyone else who went out and built this business for USI Tech only to turn around and get screwed over. Now, like I said, I'm not sure how long it's going to take for this extensive audit process to finish, and I'm not sure if you're going to start getting paid on the people that you have already recruited into the business or not. I'm not sure really what's going on with this. Every time they put out an announcement, I get more and more confused. They just seem to be able to put it out in such a way where it's like, hey, this is some really good information for you to have, and then it's like, what the fuck did I just read? So you just never know what the hell you're getting into whenever you get a USI Tech update. But let's see, moving on from that, I found something else that caught my eye, which was the priority for USI Tech is the control payout of the BTC packages for all partners and customers. No, it's not. I mean, the priority for you was to get people to rebuy Bitcoin packages, right? I mean, that's why you rolled that out first. You could have rolled out the wallets and withdrawal options first, but apparently that wasn't your priority. So if that was your priority, then you would have rolled out the wallets and withdrawal options first. Instead, your priority is to get people to give you even more of their money. That way you can build up your reserves and then pay people out, okay? The priority of USI Tech is the controlled payout of BTC packages. Now, how is that controlled payout going to work? I have no clue, absolutely. If they're going to raise the minimum withdrawal limit or if they're going to lower the maximum withdrawal limit, who knows at this point what they're going to do and when they're going to do it. They're very vague in their announcements. They don't give any kind of solid information as to when all of this is going to happen or anything else. They just kind of do stuff before they tell you about it, right? This time we actually happened to get it at the same time. They actually did something at the same time they announced it. So who knows? But then it says the second priority is the controlled payout of commissions, meaning there is no further manipulation of accounts. Okay, so what that means is the commissions that you had before all of this took place, they're probably talking about those commissions because as we read above, they're not paying out any commissions right now. They're using all of those payments that they would have made in commissions to build up their reserves with, okay? So then it says transparency is important to USI Tech, which is absolutely a joke. If you've been following this whole debacle the whole time, you know that there has been absolutely no transparency in their actions, that they have just came out, did stuff, and then told you about it 2 days later, leaving you up in the air about what's going on and when stuff's going to happen. And actually, we're still up in the air about when stuff's going to happen. The only thing we know for certain right now is that you can give these people some more money, and that's absolutely retarded in my opinion. If you're somebody that's going out and giving USI Tech some money, then thank you from me and everybody else who just wants to get their money the hell out of this thing, because you're going to help build up their reserves, and people like me who are going to withdraw as fast as possible are going to get the money that you're putting in, basically, is what it sounds like to me, because like they've already said, they've had hundreds of millions of dollars stolen from them, and they need hundreds of millions of dollars back in order to start payouts again. So that's what it sounds like to me is once they get enough customers in here that are rebuying these packages, and trust me, there are plenty of them that are. I'm part of several different USI Tech related Facebook groups, and that's all I've seen for the last half hour or so is people like, hey, guess what? I just bought 200 more packages. What the fuck? And all that stuff. And I'm like, what in the hell is wrong with you? Like, it's like this. It's like walking up to the bank and saying, hey, here's my money to deposit. And the bank saying, okay, great, thank you so much, but hey, I have no clue when I'm going to be able to let you withdraw this money, so good luck, we'll send you a letter. I mean, how retarded on any level do you have to be to give these people more money after what's been going on the past 3 weeks, and they still don't have an option for you to withdraw the money from your account, okay? So Think about that. Like, really seriously think about that. You walking up to the bank and saying, "Here's my money," and the bank saying, "Okay, thanks, but you're not going to be able to withdraw that money until I'll let you." Do you want to have access to your money? Yes, yes. Every single day you want to have access to your money, right? And that's another thing that I don't understand about this whole there was some fraud stuff going on. Okay, let's say that these accounts were legitimate and they were all pulling out the amount of Bitcoin that they were pulling out every single day. What would happen then, right? I mean, like, what would have happened if these people were all legitimate accounts, right? Let's just say that there was no fraud going on, and they have it set up to do that, right? So you're saying that people could actually withdraw, like people, if I had a team of people and all of us decided, hey, we're just going to start withdrawing the maximum amount of Bitcoin we can every single day, that's going to break USI Tech down again, or what? I mean, what's going to happen? What I would expect from this whole thing is that they would lower the maximum amount of Bitcoin that you can withdraw because they don't want what happened to happen again. They figured out, hey, you know what? This drained our reserves. It broke us, and now we're having to find a solution for it. So I'm thinking that's probably going to be their solution to all this whole mess, and they're probably going to put in some kind of frequency that you can withdraw, like, hey, you can only make one withdrawal per week. Or something of that nature. Like I said, that's purely speculative. I have no clue what USI Tech is going to do. Nobody does at this point. All we know is what we've been told in this letter and the clanky live stream that happened yesterday. So all I know is this transparency line right here is a joke, and that's why you heard me laughing as I was reading it, is because I literally could not hold it together. Like one of the people that left a comment on my update that I did yesterday said, USI Tech is as transparent as a brick, and I wholeheartedly agree with that statement, okay? So then it says USI Tech has never had a problem in the USA and Canada. The authorities have been active solely through misconduct, false statements, and unauthorized marketing activities of local distributors, which is detailed in the corresponding memorandum. Our corporate lawyers below. Here's what I have to say about this whole compliance issue, okay? You have changed nothing since this compliance issue has arisen, right? You haven't put out any kind of presentation like the one you're mentioning in this letter that's compliant internationally. You haven't put out any different marketing resources for people to use, but you are telling people that they can go out and start building their USI Tech business right now. You can start bringing in new customers. What in the fuck did I just read, right? Because what you're saying is, hey, we have a compliance issue, but hey, just go ahead and go out and start promoting this thing again in a non-compliant way, obviously, because people are going to promote it the same exact way that they promoted it before if people are dumb enough to go out there and promote it again, right? Now, me personally, and don't you take it personally if you're not somebody that's dumb enough to go out there and promote it, but for me, why in the world would I go out and promote this thing to people not even knowing what's going on myself anymore, right? I have no clue what's going on. Why in the world do you think I would trust this company enough to do the right thing after the last 3 weeks that they've put us through? And I'm going to go out and tell people to trust me and put their trust in me, that I know what I'm talking about, and this is a good thing for them to do, and all that crap. No way, man. Get out of here. Like I said, this whole compliance thing makes no sense to me, with you giving people back the ability to promote the business once again, because you literally are putting them back in the same position that you are talking about with the non-compliance issues. You aren't even giving any kind of, like I said, presentation or anything else for people to use. So good luck with that compliance issue if you don't get that presentation out within the next day or two, because people are going to go crazy and say, "Oh, USI Tech is back! It's back! We can go out there and..." It just all runs together after a while. But like I said, that's my thoughts and opinions on this whole letter. I would love to know what your thoughts and opinions are below. So leave me a comment. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on this channel so that you can get updated whenever I have new information, not only on USI Tech, but on other things in the cryptocurrency world. If you like what I'm doing here, hit the like button. And thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to see you guys very soon.